Entering the second half now, let's take a look at the MVP odds by ESPN Bet. Nikola Jokic is our odds-on favorite, followed by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis, and Luka are in the mix as well. And then Jayson Tatum is the fifth favorite. Right now, reminder that the last Celtics player to win MVP, Larry Bird. Jason, talk to me.
Would I love to win? Yes. But, apparently us losing the finals 2 years ago affects, what people think of me now. So I guess I got some ground to make up. But, everybody who has a vote, they vote. The criteria is different. Everybody thinks differently. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it is what it is. So you can't tell people what they should look for when they vote. But, it's the beauty of it.
Let me find my right camera. Hi, Kendrick Perkins.
What's up, Molly? What's up, S.A.?
What's up, Big Time? How are you, man? I like the tie.
I'm good, Perk. I'm good.
I like the tie.
Let's get into it.
Hey, S.A., Molly.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Sorry, I
Man,
can't hear you.
I said you had Shannon S.A. He was running pin downs and floppies and all type of sets on you the other night, huh?
Yeah.
You 0-2. You 0-2 as a coach.
Well, let me tell you this, man. I mean, we were competitive in the whole bit. Did you see Micah Parsons running over men, women, and children? I mean, just running over them.
Yeah.
There was nothing. I mean, my Lord. I mean, and then I said to him, I said, those are women out there with you, man. He was like this. They out there. They out there. You know, I was like, competition. We want equality, right? That's what he said to me. And Shannon was like this. This is what Shannon was doing. As he was running over, even women, he was running over them. And they didn't care. I even said to him, I said, do you know that Jennifer Hudson was supposed to be performing at halftime Sunday, right? You don't need to be touching her like that. She out there. I was like, this is shameful. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Jerry Jones, them damn officials, they were cowards.
Oh, here we go. I don't have time for Dallas. I want to focus on Boston.
Let's go.
All right, tell me this. Should Tatum be getting more MVP love?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, Stephen.
Well, I mean, not to toot my own horn, fellas, not to toot my own horn. But I need Shannon and Big Perk up on that screen. Thank you very, very much when I say this. Y'all know Joe Fortenbaugh, right? Y'all know Joe Fortenbaugh.
Yeah.
Joe Fortenbaugh is an elite, I mean, he's here working at ESPN. We're happy to have him, our resident expert with gambling and all that other stuff, the sports gaming industry. He sent me a text this morning. And Joe, forgive me for calling it out, but I got to pat myself on the back for this. According to Joe Fortenbaugh. Last week, I brought up how Jayson Tatum should be a leading candidate for league MVP. At that time, Shannon, Jayson Tatum had 50-1 odds to win MVP. Stephen A. opened his mouth, and today it's reduced to 25-1. 25-1, just like that, Shannon. You understand? Say the man Stephen A. Smith has spoken. You understand? And that's what has happened. And you had some folks that had him as much as 100-1 odds, and now it has been reduced to 40-1. This is according to the great Joe Football. This is not me, Perk. This is Joe Football.
Hold up.
This is Joe Football.
Hold up. So Joe's saying that's the Stephen A. Smith effect?
That's exactly what he's saying. Ask him. Ask him.
Wow.
Well, look, I tell you this. Welcome to the party, because I done that a month ago with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I don't recall. I have no.
He was ranked number 26 in
I have no recollection.
He was ranked number 26 on I'm just telling you.
Listen, you're not taking my shine. You're not taking my shine this morning.
You ain't the only person that's moving.
I had to deal with Shannon enough all week.
Let's get to the topic. You ain't the only person that's just moving the
By the way,
needle.
Big Perk, Big Perk, not only did Shannon do what he did to me Friday, do you know I had my daughter Samantha in the locker room after, and Shannon was talking smack to me in front of my child? No mercy whatsoever. I mean, it's just horrible. I mean, it's just horrible with a smile on his face. It's just cruel. But here's the deal, y'all.
I feel like Samantha could help you out a little.
Yeah. What she said.
She was like, let me help you out. Because she could hang and she could probably put Shannon in check.
She actually said, Daddy, let me help you out. You need to let me help you, Coach.
Seriously.
But that's neither here nor there. The point that I'm trying to make is this, y'all. When you look at Jayson Tatum, it's very, very simple to me. He should be the leading candidate for MVP right now that Joel Embiid is out of the mix. He's the best player on the best team. And it ain't like he averaging 18 or 19. The brother averaging 27 a night. He's the primary target for every defense that schemes against Boston. and they're still the best team in the NBA. And he plays on both sides of the ball, averaging 27 a night. Come on, y'all. At some point in time, we just got to call it what it is. This is a regular season we talk about here. It ain't about his performance in the finals a couple of years ago. It's about right now.
I mean, but for him to say, Stephen A., because he was in the finals and he didn't win, and voters are holding that against him, the mere fact that you have the fifth best odds, I don't believe the voters are holding that against you. I just believe that Nikola Jokic is a better player and is more deserving, and he's probably going to win the MVP unless something unforeseen happen. I have Shai Gilgeous in front of him. Shai has been unbelievable. Second in the league. What's he averaging? 31, 5.5, 6.5. Second in league in points per game. Number one in steals. No, he should be. And then Giannis. I'm not saying Jayson Tatum is not having an outstanding. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm not saying Jayson Tatum is not having an outstanding year, but we need to stop this. Oh, because he's the best player on the best team. No.
Talking about a team, the Boston Celtics is championship or bust. And the only way that they're going to win that championship is on the back of Jayson Tatum. Now, Shannon, let me tell you why Jayson Tatum brought up that point about the voters holding it against him. Because our brother, Brian Windhorst, he actually brought it up on NBA Today about how certain voters may hold up the finals MVP or what he did in the finals a couple of years ago, whatever the case may be against him. That's why he brought that up. That's number one. Number two, we have to have and set some type of criteria when it comes down to the MVP vote, okay? Because so many guys are deserving of the MVP. Jokic can win it. SGA can win it. You can put Anthony Edwards in that conversation. And Giannis. But when I think about the best player on the best team, that's the person that's getting my vote. And right now, Jayson Tatum, I'm glad Stephen A. woke me up to this. Jayson Tatum is the best player on the best team. I'm voting for, and that's the criteria I set since last year. That's why I voted for Giannis Antetokounmpo, because there's so many guys that are doing so many special things in the NBA, it's hard to pick. So if you have the best record and you're the best player, damn it, you should be the MVP front runner.
Well, how many times should Kobe have won it? Because Kobe or Shaq? Because they had the best record and they were the best players on the team. Or Jordan. So is that the only qualification that you need to be the best player on the?
It's not the only one. It's not the only one, Shannon, but it does.
So that should be number one.
It does factor into the equation. You've got Jokic. Denver has been up and down. They've been sliding as of late and what have you. We're looking at Boston consistently be the best team with the best record in the NBA, and they are clearly, even with a $300 million player on their roster, even with a 7'3" dude who can shoot and block shots, even with a defensive backcourt that's renowned in Drew Holiday and Derek White, everybody understands this is Jayson Tatum's team. He's that dude. And if you understand that, and they have the bracket to back it up, and defensive and offensive efficiency stats to back it up consistently on both ends of the floor, this is what he's bringing. Plus, he's winning. Plus, he's putting up numbers. Statistically, I don't know what else he has to do.
But Shannon, let me go back to your point about how many Kobe and Shaq should have won. Right? We shouldn't even be having that argument because it wasn't a criteria that was set at the time. That's the thing what I'm saying. So now that hold on, but what I'm saying is now that we are in the media and now that we actually have a chance to actually get it right, we need to get it right. The man's been balling. The man's sacrificing. He's sacrificing less shot attempts right now. Yes, he's averaging 3 points less because of the surrounding pieces he have around him, but the best player on the best team, that can't go unnoticed. By the way, he's clearing about 8.5 rebounds per game.
But we've been doing that. Remember when they gave it to Karl Malone? They said Karl Malone was the best player on the best team when he had a better record than Jordan, Stephen A. You remember that? They've used that criteria for a number of years. This isn't new, but all of a sudden, I believe Nikola Jokic is asked to do more. He's a better all-around player than Jayson Tatum. That's just me. Now, some people might, and I think JT is phenomenal. I think he's phenomenal, but he's not asked to do